Welcome back to this next episode, and today we're gonna make the final parts, the small things that's left to do before we put the Alpina project to rest for a few months. And well, not so much exciting maybe, but we're gonna see it run. So let's go. Since we are going with the Alpina theme all over the car, it's important also to get the dials and everything for the instrument cluster in here. So I took out the temporarily one we used for startup, and now it's going to be rebuilt to look as an Alpina-ish instrument cluster. So what we need to do is to remove the clock from this simple one from a smaller 4-cylinder unit, because the 4-cylinder one has a clock and that one is plain. It doesn't have this fuel econometer, which is actually creating a hole in the dial. So in order to put the blue Alpina dials in place on top, we need to have a flat surface. So that's why we're going to go for the clock dial and remove it from that instrument and use it on the rev meter, so we can have a solid surface. And to further increase the Alpina look, we're gonna also, I already did, I used this bright orange color for needle paint purpose. So I don't know if it's visible here or if it's shining, but it's creating the Alpina-ish look on the dials, on the needles for the dials. So what's going to happen is I'm gonna send this instrument cluster to Ivo Christoph in the Netherlands to recalibrate the rev meter to point out accurately on the dial, and also the speedometer, and make a refurbish of the electronics and everything, and then put the right clocks inside. So that's what I'm going to do right now. So the instrument is now packed up and ready to go. So I hope within a few weeks or so it's back from rebuild, and the Alpina look internally will be completed. So next up is to find out why it's running on 5-cylinder instead of 6, and we're going to retighten the cylinder head. So let's do that. Since the car is running on only 5 out of 6 cylinders, we're going to remove this airflow meter and the idle control motor and everything like here. So we're going to remove the fuel rail again to replace one of the injectors, because that's what's bothering the engine right now. And once we have everything off, we're going to open the valve cover and we're going to tighten the cylinder head for the last time. It's the third out of 3 steps. So after we're having the car run warm like we did, it's time to retighten the final and most high torque of the procedure. So that's what we're gonna do. So it's just about to start disassembling everything, and crack on. Just to show how I found out that this injector is not working properly. I removed the signal for the injector right here, and if I take a remote signal here from a power supply unit, and I put the microphone next to the injector. You can hear when I push the 12 volt supply. There is a clicking. Then I move this one to this injector on the cylinder 4. And there's nothing happening. So that's why this cylinder was dead. There's no fuel coming in. So I'm gonna replace and put a fresh one inside with some life signs at least. So I loosened the bolts holding the rail towards the intake manifold, and now we're gonna try to lift the rail up a little bit, pushing it up like this. And the injectors are coming out with it. The SICK injector available here. There it is. We need to get the cap out. So we're going to put the new one in. So now we're going to push them back in. The locking clip to keep the injector sitting where it's supposed to be. Snapping in, perfect. And the other one seems to be in place as well. So then we're just reversing everything and put the screws back in place. And then we're going to put the injector connectors on to the injector itself. Click it on, click. So the next thing to do is to lift off the valve cover. Okay, so what we're going to do now is the third step, starting from center, like always. So we're reinstalling the valve cover. So now everything should be done, and we're going to try start it up and see if it's running on all 6 cylinders. Now it's running like it should, and all 6 cylinders are like running equally. I've also had the heat camera over the exhausts, and I can see the manifolds are equally hot on all 6 cylinders. So the problem was one broken injector. So now everything should be fine. So we're gonna, yeah, wrap it up. That's all for today. The Alpina is now in winter storage and it's gonna rest for a few months, like I said. And in the meantime, we have some new projects in the garage already, but that's not all. A lot of things gonna happen in the winter holidays right now, where we're free from work and everything. So we're gonna have time to rebuild the workshop and prepare for the next big project and big project. So it's gonna be a lot of things starting the next year. But still, we have something to look forward. There will be episodes coming out through the Christmas holidays and everything. So yeah, stay tuned. See you then.